In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Bespin Luke Skywalker for the Vintage Collection. This was actually one of the very first action figures that was released in the TVC line, all the way back in Wave 1 in 2010. So the version you're looking at right here is actually the re-release from, I think it's been about 2 or 3 years now at this point, maybe even closer to 4 now. It was one of the, I don't think the first wave, but it was in the second or third wave of the re-releases with the photoreal tech. I also have the original here to show you as well, so stay tuned for that. And we'll do a side-by-side comparison of the two. So let's just go ahead and dive into this package here. So clearly Bespin Luke was released in the original Kenner line, and this is based upon the card art from that time. I'm not sure how accurate it is compared to the original Kenner card. I wouldn't doubt if this image here is much more zoomed in compared to the original. Seems to be the route Hasbro's going these days of as the time progresses and the re-releases and the upgrades from the earlier TVC line and from the Kenner line, Hasbro zooms in more on the images. So it says Luke Skywalker's Bespin, Empire Strikes Back. This was VC04. And I'll be reviewing the Bespin Han Solo soon, same with 3PO and this Lando. I have Cara Dune reviewed on the channel, and I'll get to the original Mandalorian, the Remnant Stormtrooper, and the single carded clone at some point. And I'll mention one other thing. I do recall reading something that I think the name pill here is not the exact same as what was on the Kenner card. I may be wrong on that. Let me know in the comments if you happen to know more information about that. Pretty sure it was this Luke Skywalker. But anyways, that's the package, and let's go ahead and take a look at the figure. So Bespin Luke did receive a release in the VOTC line back in 2004. I don't have that action figure. I have seen a lot of images of it, and I think that one looks pretty good. I think he's a little bit more blonder for his hair compared to this one. Nice detailing in his outfit here. Has a lot of weathering. So for the head sculpt, it's not too bad. There are better Lukes out there, I think. Of course, this is a 13-year-old action figure at this point, so, and this one's with the photoreal, and I'll just go ahead and bring the original out here right now. So fortunately, the photoreal didn't turn out too bad on this. Oftentimes with the re-releases, it ends up being blotchy, but not in this case. Eyes are much more bluer on the original compared to this one. It looks like it's the same wash for his outfit here. Don't really see much of a difference on that. So in terms of the articulation, he does have a ball joint at the head there. You can't really get a whole lot of range of motion out of it. It can go side to side and can rotate a little bit, but looking up and down, not so much. And he does have hinge at the shoulders, which go about 90 degrees. And he does have hinge at the shoulders, which go about 90 degrees. And he has swivel wrists. Then a swivel waist, or, well, it is a joint at the waist. It operates better as a swivel motion, I would say. And he does have hinged hips, which was a very innovative feature at the time that we haven't had on too many action figures. And he does have hinged knees and hinged ankles. In terms of weapons and accessories, he comes with his lightsaber and his father's lightsaber, which has a slightly unique hilt, I think. Seems to have a more narrower hilt compared to what we normally get. Nice blue blade. And he does have an unignited hilt here, which can attach to his belt. Unfortunately though, the peg on his belt there is kind of small, as you can see. And it will stay in the place. But it is kind of loose, so just be careful with that. Oftentimes I don't have him displayed with his lightsaber on his belt for that reason. And of course he has his blaster in his holster here. Which is cast in black with a silver barrel at the end. Kind of looks like Han Solo's blaster a little bit. And it fits good in his hand. And it also fits good in his holster. So for the original release here, like I mentioned already, besides the head sculpt without the photoreal face, I don't think there's really any difference here at all. Now I got this action figure from Tungori actually, so it's not 100% accurate. And one of the things about it is his ignited lightsaber here has the peg that can go on his belt there. Not 100% sure if that's accurate to the original or not, or if Tungori just threw in an extra Luke Skywalker's lightsaber in with it. Here's a closer look at the original. And one more look at them side by side. Other than that, I think that's all I can tell you about Bespin Luke. Would I recommend them for your collection? I would. This is one of those instances where between the original and the re-release, I don't think one's really better than the other. They're both equally as good. The photoreal is not significant enough. There's not a big enough difference between the two where it's a big deal if you have one or the other. I would recommend it for your collection, and as far as I know, I think he's somewhat still affordable on sites like Amazon or eBay if you're looking for one. But anyways, that concludes this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more reviews in the future. We'll be playing more to come. And if you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate the support. And check out the links in the description as well. And thanks for watching.